Alright YouTube, so we have a weird one today. As what we have here is some Israeli game developers were upset that Bethesda would not sell Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, in Israel, so they made their own game called Wolfenstache, the new Censorship. This has to be one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever heard of, at least in terms of gaming. Like, this shit is fucking wild. The gameplay is not mine. I'll have the original video linked below. I just grabbed a video off of YouTube really quick for some quick gameplay because you have to see this. I can't just talk about it. I couldn't do some Fallout gameplay or something. We had to have this game in the background so you understand what the hell we are dealing with. In an act of defiance and with no apparent regard for copyright law, a bunch of Israeli game developers created their own version of Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, which was not released in Israel, reported Tablet magazine. The game from Bethesda Softworks, Fallout Elder Scrolls, is also heavily censored in Germany, where Nazi symbols and iconography is forbidden by federal law. The 8th entry in the Wolfenstein video game franchise, the new Colossus, released in October, takes place in an alternate universe where the Nazis conquered America during World War II and now occupy the U.S. in 1961. Players assume the role of resistance fighter William B.J. Blazkowicz, who may or may not be of Polish Jewish descent. The Israeli version of the game, titled Wolfenstache, the new Censorship, can be played for free online with options for English, German, and Hebrew. You wander through the halls of what looks like a Nazi bunker, lined with pictures of Hitler and one photo of Charlie Chaplin, who played a caricature of the totalitarian German leader in the 1940 film The Great Dictator. As you move through the halls, banners drop down, poking fun at the ludicrously sanitized German version of the game. They are as follows. I'm just going to read these out really quick. Hello, Germany. The German version of Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, does not include swastikas, or Jews, or Hitler, or his mustache. Here's another one. So we thought we'd lend a hand. Think of this as an indie DLC. Thing is, we live in Israel, and Bethesda outright refuses to sell the game here with no explanation, even though the game would have been completely legal here in its original form. So we're kind of guessing this is how Wolfenstein 2 would play. In any case, you are playing as a Jew. You will be shooting Nazis, definitely Nazis. Jews, 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 Nazis and more Nazis, Jews and Nazis and Hitler, 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 enjoy. That is some fuck. They're raging, bro. They are so upset. Actual gameplay has you in a room lined with swastika flags, shooting Hitler's mustache as it flies off of his face, using a machine gun with a Star of David shaped sight as Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries plays in the background. This shit is pretty damn wild. I don't know why Bethesda isn't selling Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus there. Maybe it has to do with the Nazi imagery, but like if the game was going to be perfectly fine there in its original form, it just kind of doesn't make sense. Maybe there's not a huge market for video games in Israel. I don't fucking know. Or maybe specifically not a huge market for Bethesda games in Israel. I don't actually know. But this is a crazy fucking response. This has to be like the first time something like this has ever happened. A game's not able to be sold in a country, and some game developers go out of their way to like spoof the game and make fun of the game, make fun of the way they censor it in other countries and shit. Like, how are you that mad that you're not able to, like, get the game? Like, can you not just play it, like, on a computer? Like, do you not have Steam in Israel? Can you not get Wolfenstein? Does it know, like, you're in Israel with your laptop and your internet and that's you can't buy it on Steam or something? Like, I don't know how the fuck that shit works. I play on console. Also, if they're console players and it's perfectly legal there, why don't they just buy a copy online and have it sent to them? It's probably going to be a little pricey, obviously, but at least you can play the fuck... Like, I don't understand this response to this. Like, you're not selling our games here, so here's a game where you shoot Hitler's mustache. It just seems a bit excessive and over the top to go out of their way to do this. It doesn't look like it was that complicated to make, but all the same, they took time out of their day, maybe days, weeks, or something. I don't know how long it take to make this shit, to do this for what? What is it? I mean, I'm making a video about it. I'm talking about it. It's probably made a little bit of headlines here and there, but like, what do you actually gain from this? I don't even know if Bethesda's responded to this, or I'm sure they've for sure seen it at this point, but they've yet to say anything as far as I know, so like, you gain nothing from this. If they're not going to sell it there, they're not going to sell it there now because of this game and you poking fun and making fun of them. And to make fun of the censored version of Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus in Germany is a bit ridiculous as well. Like, Nazi symbolism is banned by federal law in that country. Like, it's a very serious matter. Bethesda had to fucking censor it. Other games that have Nazi symbolism in them at times, like the Call of Duty series, they censor it in their German versions of the game, except for Call of Duty World War II, where they just kind of flat out got rid of all that shit for all versions of the game. So calm your titties, Israeli game developers. It's one game. It's not the biggest deal ever. You will be alright. Anyways, not much more I can say about it, obviously. This game's very simple. There's not a whole lot to it, not a whole lot to say about it. It was just one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever seen when it comes to gaming news and shit. I just had to fucking make a video. You had to see this gameplay to know that this shit is real. My guess would be Israel is like a very religious country, and maybe they just wanted to avoid any problems at all. Like, even if the game's perfectly fine there would be some backlash from people there, I'm sure. So maybe they just wanted to avoid it. That'd be my guess. Let me know your thoughts below on this. What do you think of this game? Are you about to download this shit and play it? I might just do that. Who knows? This might be my new background gameplay for the foreseeable future, a game where you just shoot Hitler's mustache. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter at @DashingDavid. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Conclusions, all the things that we thought we were losing. I'm a ghost and you know this. That's why we broke up in the first place.